we go. I think that's stable enough. Okay. Da, 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 da. Where are we? We are on Whiskey Wednesday. That's where we are. Tell you what. There we go. There we go. All right. Set up a new folder and we'll be all ready. Daniel Georgiev. Why do I not hear anything? Aha. It got turned off. That's why. Thank you for the heart there, sir. There we go. Chef Sugar, hello. All right, this should turn the thing back on. There we go. There we go. Now the command should work. The exclamation point book and exclamation point author should work. They should work now. It was turned off. It was turned off. Had to turn it back on. It does that sometimes, like crashes for some reason. Should work now, though. Should work now, though. All right, let's make a new folder for this one. All right, this one's going to be called The White Phoenix by Daniel Georgiev. Will Wheaton. All right. 3, 2, float. Yep, okay, we're good. There we go. Sounds working. Woo! I like the sound of this one. Yeah, yeah. It is from the perspective of our female hero here, so it'll be interesting from that perspective. There we go. We'll wait a second while people pile in. Now, is this one of your earlier ones that you wrote, Mr. Daniel Georgiev? Because I don't think I'd seen this one yet. Oof, that's right. Our mystery whiskey tonight. It's the first self-published. So this is your first self-published book. Cool. Right on. Brittany! How's it going? How many do you have now? You have quite a few. Was just seeing if I can do this at all. Oh, when you wrote this one? Yeah. That's probably what led you to base it in Bulgaria, right? Pretty good. Finished cooking. Now I'm relaxing. Sweet. Is that like your very first book that you self-published? Hey, effing Mare. How's it going? Thank you, Chef Sugar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just asking if that's kind of why you. It looks like you based some of this, or at least the names, I guess, are kind of more Slavic. So I was just assuming that it was based in your home country there. Hello, hello. Books with physical copies are 5. Okay, it's based in the city I used to live in. Okay, all right. I was kind of picking up that vibe from the names and things used. Well, thank you, Ephemera, for the Go Populars. So all real places. Okay, so when I butcher them, it's actually a real place of the name that I'm butchering. That's good. Well, at least, there can actually be, a place where people resent the the way I pronounce the words. Yeah, I was noticing from, the names, too. Because we have, Petsko, Lenchy. Yeah. Definitely interesting names. Lenchy, yeah. But pretty close there, AI summary. Reading a self-published book about a white phoenix. Close. Ask about a character name. Lenchy. You typed that like right afterwards too. I wrote a short story about vampires in Mississippi, which is where I'm from, back in high school. That's pretty cool. So you going down the narrating and writing route then? Or are you just sticking to the narration? Now they make... Wait, what? Now they make sinners? I'm missing something. Lenchki. 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 Got it. Nice job, says Daniel Georgiev. Indeed. Lenchki. E-R. Okay. No, I wrote it back in high school a long time ago. I don't know where that is now. Okay. Well, maybe you'll stumble across it one of these days. I like finding that kind of stuff. Like, oh, look at this. It's some kind of like high school paper that I got, a B on or something. Like, huh. I could have done better. Look at all your old work and stuff from your new kid. Just lench as chakra. E like eh. Okay. Lench eh. Lenche. Like that. Lenche. 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 I just find it funny because they made the Sinners movie, which is based in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Oh, now I get it. Now I'm putting it together. Exactly. Aced. I'm not going to remember that by the time I get to it. I can almost promise you. I'll be like, lozenge? Was that it? That's how you pronounce it? Lozenge? Lench. Lenche. Lenche. There you go. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, this one's going to be good. If you type in exclamation point author, our author is actually in the chat here with us today, and exclamation point book, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're about to read here in just a few seconds. And then at the end, the mystery whiskey. I don't even know what we're going to have. That's how much of a mystery it is. Dun, dun, dun. Believe it or not, I am here. Yeah, it's like, what is it, 3, 4 in the morning for you? Probably 3 in the morning. Your mom. Hey, yo. How's it going? I love that username. 3 in the morning. You are insane. You are insane, sir. That is dedication to you showing up to watch me butcher your chapters. I love it. I am half asleep. Hey, me too. I got about an hour and a half of sleep last night, so I'm right along with you. My eyes are burning already. Hi, Mom. Right. Butcher my story amazingly. Yes. Yeah. But we learned some things last night, and the if you have been here and you happen to catch us live, Shay Strong and I were narrating a duet together, and I was up all night editing that one, and it is done except for the very last chapter. So I'll be putting that together right after this. So this one will be kind of a short one today, which is good. And I can hop off of here and then go finish that up and get it turned in before our deadline. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So it was worth it. And now we know. Now we learned a couple things. So since it was our first like duet together, I learned that the editing time on each one of those chapters it takes like 4 times as long as like a normal like just solo chapter or like a dual chapter kind of situation, because of the intricacy of taking all of the main narration and splicing in the wild lines. So whoever's narrating has like primary lines, that's the narration lines, and then whoever's the extra person, they're considered the wild lines. That's the vernacular in the biz. Now you know. So when you're splicing in those wild lines, you have to make sure that they line up and there's proper spacing so that the conversation sounds natural, right? If there's any points at which they're supposed to talk over each other, you have to line them up overlapping and little considerations like that. And then there's, considerations for like breath noise on top of a line that's spliced, and you got to make sure that they line up correctly. So it's a little bit more time consuming and a lot more tedious. So we found out too that if you were to go outside and get an engineer to produce your duet together, they, for most narrations of say 6 hours to about 8 hours, you're looking at about a month lead time. So it takes them a month to put all that stuff together, edit it, master it, and get it back. And I have learned that is very much true. If you're working regular hours. Or you can just pull 12s like me and stay up all night. This is like, oh. But now we know. Now we know like there's a good like estimation of time. Like how long does it actually physically take? So we can kind of space it out a little bit better. Handle that situation a little bit more healthy. Editing is cancerous, but rewarding. You are correct. You are not lying there. Not lying. Well done. Yes, indeed. How do you rate my stories? You've been reading all of them, 8 in total. Have we done 8 so far? We've done 8 of your stories on Whiskey Wednesdays? Yeah, you are definitely the author that has had the most stories on Whiskey Wednesdays so far. You are high score, sir. High score. You are in the lead. You are in the lead. And this is your very first book. I'm even more excited to read it now. Yeah, but brain gets fried. Yeah. My brain is definitely fried. It is not firing on all cylinders. I'm struggling, like, coming up with words and stuff. Today marks 8. That is crazy. BRB, gotta go pour a scotch now. Yeah, there you go. Go pour it. Go pour it. But we're going to be drinking at the very end, so you have time. You have time. And if you don't want to partake, that's fine. It is Wednesday. I mean, it's my excuse to have whiskey on Wednesday, but you can have whatever you want. You can have water, chalky milk, hot cocoa with little marshmallows. See, brain isn't firing right. So today's narration is going to be on autopilot. I have a little bit of useful time of consciousness left. I pounded a coffee right before stream, so, it's always time for scotch. I think we just became best friends. This is true. You just get home from a long day, time for scotch. You wake up in the mornings, you're making a little bit of eggs and bacon, time for scotch. You're at the DMV, time for scotch. Always time for scotch. Can you see your Discord real fast? I can make that happen. Usually turn it off because you'll hear like the or the million messages that I'll get, and then everybody will think it's their Discord. All kinds of messiness. Yes, I am in the chords of dis. Did you just said that? That voice thing? Top voice? What is that? It's a little hard to see from... Oh, let me drag it down here. So it's a little bigger. No. Come with me. I wish I could share this with you guys. But... Does the mic literally say Justin's badass mic on it? He wrote that in. That's beautiful. I'm looking at a picture he just sent me. Oh, wait. Is it a video? I'm going to have to play that later. I got the cool shades on. Yeah. Nice little beard. Nailed it. Did you draw that? Daniel Georgiev. Did you draw a picture of me? Is that what you did? I also have a time lapse drawing of it. Yeah, you did. I knew you were working on your art, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at that handsome, dapper fellow right there. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to put this up so you guys can see it. Maybe I'll put it up on the website or something. But or maybe it'll be the cover for this video when it goes up on the tubes of you for the replay. Maybe that's what we'll do. That is awesome. Thank you very much, sir. I feel honored. I am now a piece of art, an exclusive piece of Daniel Georgiev art. That is awesome. That is awesome, sir. All right, I better close Discord before it starts bing, 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 binging away. And then you got to close it when it goes into the. There we go. There we go. Told you he'd like it. Oh, you've seen this. All right. It was a conspiracy. I see. You're all in on it. All right. So did you take bets on it? Who won the pool? All right. Let's take a drink of water and get into our narration, shall we? You were also in Discord. Oh. The guys on my team have access to most of my daily drawings. Oh, okay. So you do like a daily drawing, but you host it on your Discord. That's cool. Right on. I wish I was so inclined to take the time to learn how to draw and develop that skill, but I definitely don't have time for that. I can make a mean stick figure, though. I used to do those like little drawings when I was a kid. Now you draw the little army guys, the little stick figure guys, and you draw them like having little battles on paper when you're supposed to be doing your math homework, you know? Yeah. Also, little known fact, great time for scotch as well. If you're into that sort of thing. Hell yeah, classic. Exactly. My daughter is an artist. I think, not draw well. Gotcha. Not, yeah, okay. All right, Brittany, we'll wait. We'll wait till you're back. Aren't you in his Discord too, Justin? I am in like 400 Discords. So there's a possibility if the Discord exists, I'm probably in it. At least that's how I feel. Loch Lomond today. The Scotch. Yeah. Told you my brain's not fired very fast. He boosts it but doesn't have time to look at it. I occasionally I pop in there and I look at it. Talking about altruistic, right? There we go. Yeah, toss back about 6 of them. All right. And then I won't be able to narrate. Okay. Put that one up there. That one up there. Test. Getting into the test. Okay, cool. We are ready to go. At one point, I just left about 40 servers. Yeah, it's crazy. I need to go through and like weed out some. I left a couple already. Like they were like gaming related servers. I'm like, I don't have time for video games. Who's got time for video games? Not me. I have time for that. So, trying to narrow my focus. Good luck, right? Ooh, none of that. No. I refuse. All right, let's get into this. We're going to start with the introduction. Again, this is The White Phoenix by Daniel Georgiev. The White Phoenix, Birth of an Angel by Daniel Georgiev. And this was his very first book he ever published. So we kind of went backwards, didn't we? We did like a newer book and then we went backwards in time, didn't we? I'm in 1. That's it. Wow. I am proud of you. I wish I had that restraint. That sad expression. I saw it. All right. Here we go. Introduction. Found him. He's there. I saw him again. Is it just my imagination, or does Nobody else noticed him. Each time I use the remote, each time I press the button, and each time I change the channel, I always noticed. Author Crit Happens. Hello, 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 hello. How's it going? Who has time for video games? I know. Thank you for the heart there. Appreciate you. We are, if you type in exclamation point book and exclamation point author, tell you a little bit about what we're reading. Que paso, hombre? I always noticed. And we are starting with the introduction. So you came in right at a good time. We're just starting it up. Impeccable timing. Not restraint necessarily. I have no idea what others there are. Don't learn. Your mom, don't learn what the other Discord servers are. Just la 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 anytime anybody talks about Discord servers, and you'll be fine. And that way you don't end up like the rest of us and have 200 servers that you now have to figure out which ones you need to leave, right? And the mute all on the servers is like the best thing to learn. Then you're not just constantly like ping, 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 ping. You know? Anyways, back to the story. I always noticed. Did always notice, didn't she? Always noticed. On each accident report, he was there. I met his ash-white hair and his icy silver eyes locked onto mine. It was akin to seeing through a camera. Just minutes ago, a young girl and her boyfriend passed away in a brutal car crash. The drunk driver slips unharmed, though the police arrested him. Another incident. The drunk driver slips unharmed, though the police arrested him. Another accident reported on the news. Britt, how's it going? Long time no see, Britt. It's good to see you again. Have you got any more Legos? Are you expanding the collection? News guy voice, yeah. Yep. We did a brief little news story, right? I know, it's been forever. It has been forever. How are you doing? Britt's like one of the OGs. She's been around for a long time. One of the OGs. And I immediately lost my place. There it is. The police arrested him. Another accident. How weird is it to listen to your own voice? You get used to it. I don't like it, but you get used to it. Arrested him. Another accident. I'm going to tighten that up just a little bit. Police arrested him. Another accident reported on the news. I don't like how I said it, so I'm just going to say it again. All right. Arrested him. Another accident reported on the news. Yes, he is there again. It was as if he had a sixth sense for accidents and was always there. How is that possible? Leaving the bowl of chips on the table, I hit the pause button. I felt so grateful that at least nowadays you can rewind the TV channels, just like with internet movies and videos. Leaning forward to see his face better, I almost fell off the couch. Darkness. Great. There was another power outage. I can't understand. Teslas, Toyotas, and other cars run on electricity, and some residential buildings don't have reliable power. Damn it. What will happen if you're driving your car and it darts out of juice, huh? Power, juice, yeah. Silence. The pitter-patter of rain has ceased, and I assume the downpour has ended. Only then did I notice my room felt like it was spinning because of the blue and red lights coming through my window. What's happening? I bumped my leg on the table and almost fell over it, destroying my beloved chips. But I succeeded in my task to look out the window. Police? Firefighters? Oh, no, a car crash, really? I said. My heart beat rapidly and my eyes widened. I leapt out the door and down the staircase. The thrill was amazing, adrenaline and excitement pumping my blood at vigorous rates. I forgot I was in pajamas. All right, here's the name again. Lenche. All right, Lencha. Pajamas. Lencha, where are you headed to? Petco, my neighbor said. And in such a rush, even. His eyes followed me as I passed by him. A life-changing event is only meters away from home, A life-changing event is only meters away from home, Petco, I said, voice echoing in the staircase. You're saving lives, Lenche? Lenche, yeah, Lenche, that name, Lenche? Confusing. Case. You're saving... Case. You're saving lives, Lenche? Heroic, the man said. Heroic, the man said, and heroic, the man said, and laughed in an elderly fashion. Lives? I laughed, interrupting my breathing rhythm. And these stairs, won't they ever end? Anyway, I had a sole reason to rush to this event. It was that important that I didn't care what it looked like from the side. Exactly, a chance, even if a little, that he would be there. My legs shook, not because of the quick jog I did. If I do meet him, what do I even say? Now, let's make it less hesitant. I don't like too much hesitancy. Exactly, a chance, even if a little, that he would be there. Okay, there we go. Be there. My legs shook, not just because of the quick jog I did. If I do indeed meet him, what do I even say? I'm in pajamas, for God's sake. In all truth, I was rushing to the accident in the most inappropriate thing to wear, and I expected to make a good impression on a handsome man like him. Come on, I said to myself. Where's your courage? Gritting my teeth. This was my chance to finally meet him and figure out how he was involved in each accident. The flames of the crash before me didn't help fight my fears. I forced my feet to move, even if slowly. I will not fail, I whispered, feeling the cold from the water puddles I had stepped in. This is nothing. I got closer, and the flames had only grown more intense. I looked around to find him, but aside from the firefighters, I couldn't see anyone. A flash of light. Brightness erupted. I couldn't comprehend the situation. Standing motionless, staring into pure white, I finally realized the flames had consumed me. Consumed me. I think this is... Okay, another reporter. News accident report. Doomed me. We have arrived to deliver to you. Doomed me. We have arrived to deliver to you the news of the most recent accident. The chaos has yet to end. Merely moments ago, we reported a vehicular collision, but presently we have a significantly more worrying situation. The explosion of a van carrying tubes of illegally extracted fuels took place. The driver is the sole victim. It is possible that a divine entity exists above us. Huh? I cocked my head to the TV. I yawned, rubbing my eyes. I guess I fell asleep, I thought. Wait, did I have a dream? My legs are wet. The explosion, the flames, car crash, I said, recalling the events. I sprang from the couch and glanced out the window. Yes, what I see on the TV is currently happening outside. It's here, but I was there. What happened? I walked in a circle around the room. Nobody would believe this story, even if I told them. There was no one here to share it with, but that didn't matter. I sat down and gazed into the TV screen. There he is, I said, pointing a finger, as if to prove my words to someone. I don't know how my eyes didn't pop out, but I rubbed them again, to help myself believe. Yes, I could see it right. Although I felt useless in most things, I found solace in my exceptional lip-reading skills that nobody else possessed. I narrowed my eyes at the TV. He was in the screen's corner, but I saw. He spoke. I rewinded the channel to read what he said. Watch self. I rewind again and tried to talk along with him, mimicking what I read as he was saying. Watch yourself. Yes, he really said that, while gazing at the camera. He knows I can see him? Was his camera contact intentional? It didn't matter how far away in the frame he was. He could see me? Then it rained down on me. He knew my eyes always sought his. It's live! It's live! I screamed, realizing he should be still outside. No hesitation. Flashes of the explosion appeared in the back of my mind, but I shook it off. I replaced fear with determination. I'm going, flames or no flames. That was the introduction. All right, and next time on Whiskey Wednesday, we'll get it. I'm just kidding. We'll read the first chapter. We will. I won't cliffhang you there. I'll cliffhang you next. All right, what did I miss? Okay. News guy voice. Yeah, seriously, how weird is it? Yep. As a singer, when you hear it in studio mic, you're always like, who the... Yeah, right? No kidding. Like, I sound like that? That does go through my mind. I'm like, who listens to me? That guy sounds funny. First time you have a challenge with my story. You're doing it okay. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Amanda, hello, if you're still there. Typical Bulgarian news. Gotcha. Oh, some stuff got filtered out. Main character dies in the first 500 words. And that is an average Bulgarian city. All right, well, now we know. Okay, definitely going to have to read this book soon. Absolutely. And, I did not leave a link to it. I just realized I forgot. However, is it on... You have all of your books listed on your website, right, Daniel? I think it's like danielgeorgievofficial.com or something like that, right? Bravo! Thank you. You aced it. Next. For sure. Yeah, we will get into the next chapter for sure, and then we'll end it there. But no, this is Godwalker I haven't read yet. Okay. Yeah, we did Godwalker last Wednesday. So I think you were here for that though. But if you did miss it, it's on the Tubes of You. So you can watch that replay if you missed it. Unbanned or unfiltered all the comments. Hop on it. Andrea Levia. I'm hosting a narrator roundup at 10 p.m. Eastern if you get a break to join. Okay, cool. I will. 10 p.m. Eastern. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, so 7. Got it. I will try to make that. I think I should be finished on here in time. Because I think the first chapter is actually kind of short. So, bruh. I'm so sleepy I forgot my website. It's 3 a.m. there. I'll give you a little bit of grace. It's okay. Miss your face. I miss your face. Do you go by any other name as a narrator? Ask Strong as Glass. I like your username there. No, not right now. I do have a pseudonym in the works, but I gotta stand all that stuff up. But I haven't used it yet, so no. Right now, currently, just this name. It's DanielFantasy.com. There you go. It's 2 hours long, so okay, cool. Cool. Then I can probably definitely make it. As the voice of Matt's Magica. That's right. We did Matt's Magica Book 1, Book 2 to come out soon. Whenever. Okay. Yep, absolutely. There's going to be a whole bunch of changes to the X, the C's, and the A's coming up here soon. So if you currently have books that are on royalty share, it's going to look a little different. So I think the end of this month, like 25th, 26th, something like that, they're going to give you the option to move your books on the royalty share to the new royalty share platform. And if you don't, as I understand it, I have to confirm this, so don't take my word for it right now. But I believe you can get out of your contract for exclusivity at that point if you don't want to switch over. If you do want to switch over, I think you have to manually take the action and switch your books over to the new royalty share thing. So I'm doing a little bit more research and confirming all of those items, and then I'm about to reach out to all my authors right now. So if you have books on that platform, audiobooks on that platform, just a heads up, that's coming. So it is coming. And I highly recommend going off of exclusivity if you get a chance. If you can. Go wide. That's a better plan. It's a better plan. Although I think I foresee the future of audiobooks going pretty much just exclusively on like a streaming like service in most places. So I think we're just seeing the beginning of the future right now. So it is what it is, right? Wild and wild, right? Yeah, we're fine though, Mr. Georgiev, for our first book. We don't have to worry about that. We're good because we are wide with Matt's Magica. So that is an advantage of using the distributor too. You know what I mean? So you can still get it on the platform, but you don't have to be exclusive to it. So, which is a good thing. All right, let's get into the unknown number, which is the first chapter. Justin with glasses. Cool. Good guy, yeah. I don't know about how cool glasses are, but it's one of those things, you know? You hit 40, and your vision goes just degraded enough from that 20/20 number to have to get glasses now to clear everything up. Leads to less headaches. Justin without glasses, evil villain. I would help you, but I'm not wearing my glasses. I don't know how that fit. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. All right, there we go. No, you're awesome. Thank you, sir. Unknown number. The absence of Old Man Petco made my descent down the stairs feel different this... too hesitant. I am talking like William Shatner in the 1960s Star Trek. Watch behind that rock. The absence of Old Man Petco made my descent down the stairs feel different this time. Did he see what happened earlier? I thought in a flash. I rushed to where I believed my life should have ended. My skin crawled as I remembered the engulfing flames embracing me. Deja vu. The firefighters already had flames under control. The firefighters already had the flames under control. The thrill persisted, but now I felt a sense of curiosity. Ashen white hair and silver-like eyes. Gotta find him. Where are you? I yelled in vain, while sounds of firefight. The word is fighting. Try it again. I yelled in vain, while sounds of firefighting defeated my voice. I ran towards the wrecked truck. A force pulled my shoulder backwards, pulling me to a stop, putting me. Wrecked truck. Immediately lost my place. Where is it? There it is. Wrecked truck. A force pulled my shoulder backward, putting me to a stop. Hey! A man in a dark blue uniform startled me as he said, Where are you... No, what? Read the words. As he said, What are you doing here? And in your pajamas. Don't you see it's dangerous? Go home. My eyes sought their aim. I stood on my toes to peek beyond the man in front of me. He wouldn't stop spitting out more words. I didn't listen to him, but he doubtlessly lit a thought in me. When asking a ton of questions, shouldn't you give time to get the person to actually answer? Whatever. I didn't have rich social experience, but I've heard that uniform fellas aren't very intelligent anyway. Memes support that theory, too. Miss, if you keep resisting and refuse to cooperate, I'll have to take you in, he said, but he finally got muted. Most pleasant. Annoying cop. A deep and extraordinarily beautiful voice fell like a feather to my ears. Excuse me, she was just looking for me. The cop spoke, but his words were like a faint echo compared to the godlike voice I had heard. Something happened. What happened? Legends! Hello, hello, hello. I love watching these mega sprinkles. How's it going? I do like sprinkles. Sprinkles are good. But mega sprinkles are even better. He is amazing. Stop, Daniel. Using the commands in the chat. Good job. What the F was that sound? So when somebody follows the live, it makes like a little sound. So it draws my attention to say, hey, thank you for following. I appreciate you. Or like when you share the stream or something like that. So mega sprinkles followed. Thank you for the follow. That was the yippee. Interrupts me in the middle of the story so I can go, oh, hey, thank you. So I don't forget. And then I feel like a jerk. Great story, says Legendary Forge. I know, we're just getting into it. This is the very first story he ever published. So the cop spoke, but his words were like a faint echo compared to the godlike voice I had heard. Okay. There we are. I had heard. The silvery hair in his beautiful, sparkling eyes stopped my breath. I couldn't believe that at last he was right in front of me. I blinked, and the light was already dim. I see what happened. Hold on. In front of me. I blinked, and the light was already dim. It took me a moment to realize I was home and in his grasp. He let my body lay down on the couch. His terrifying height towered above me, his eyes clearly visible in the darkness, shining through his hair. Your eyes, they glow, I whispered, drunk in the ecstasy that he was. I whispered, drunk in the ecstasy that he was. Didn't I tell you to watch out for yourself? He asked, staring at me and not even blinking. But... I paused, though a burst of courage exploded in me. I wanted to find you. He hadn't taken his eyes off me yet, though he looked bored and disappointed. But what led me to feel like I was disappointed. But what led me to feel like I was sinking into infinity. The feeling intensified as I got closer to him. And don't go out in pajamas, he said and pulled away. At that moment, the TV switched on, and it rewinded, backward, only to reveal, well, you guessed it. I'm in there as well, and in my pajamas, talking to the cop as the ash-haired man approached us. I turned my head to see him, but he was gone. No, where did you go? I said, scanning the room. Days passed, yet I still couldn't shake all of this off my head. And how in the world do people just disappear like that? It is a very brave move there, Daniel Georgiev, putting out your very first published book. You are a brave soul. I like the premise, though. That's good. I like it. It's kind of cool, like seeing kind of like your origin story, like your very first work of writing is at least published. It's pretty good. I'm liking it. Do you ever go back and just read some of your like old works? just to see like how much like you've like grown as an author. I think that'd be kind of like interesting. Occasionally, I'll go back and I'll listen to like an old demo that I did. Usually because I'm like, oh, okay, I need to replace that with something more updated, and I'll listen to it and go, oof, I've learned a lot. You know what I mean? I have a 440K words novel signed under a company. Oh, really? That's your very first one. Okay, so this is your very first self-published. There's the distinction. So this is kind of when you went to indie under your name. Very cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. All right. And then we came to the chapter break, and now we will finish up the rest of the first chapter. Here we go. I struggled to accept the reality of what had happened for a long time. Each day, I surveyed the news to spot him somewhere in the flame, be it in the background, somewhere in the crowd. I knew he was always there, and he was watching. My phone rang. I reached my hand out, almost falling off the couch because, well, why the hell should I get up? Unknown number. Interesting. Whoever would call me? Hello? I said, voice shaking. I fell into a panic with ease. Shh, I know I was in the flame a few days ago, but talking on the phone was so hard. I mean, do you even do that? I believe the courage which I had to even open my mouth and drive some air through my vocal cords was quite an unfathomable achievement. Yes, I'm not going to lie, I was proud of myself. Yes, I'm not going to lie, I was proud of myself. Yes. There. Proud of myself. I'm sorry, what? I said, frowning. The small speaker near my ear spoke falsehoods. This convinced me to never pick up the phone again. I should have thrown it away somewhere. I couldn't listen to this anymore. End call, I repeated in my head. There. I did it. The sound of the phone hitting the wall echoed through the room as I threw it to the other end. The words from the call resounded in my head again, forcing a weight so heavy it crushed my stomach and caused my ribs to almost pierce my organs. I gasped for air, but it felt like I was inhaling water instead of oxygen. Is this possible? Staring blankly. Possible? Staring blankly, I was motionless. My tears fell like raindrops from my eyes, leaving my cheeks wet. I curled into a ball and squeezed my pillow with all my might, as the small, young adult that I was. Then I pressed it against my face, squeezing, and cried as loud as I could. My friend, the TV, spoke of it. We are sorry for interrupting your favorite show, but we have urgent news. Terrorists entered Svetimina, I think. Probably butchered that. There's the town, Daniel Georgiev, that you were talking about. Terrorist. Oh, that one got filtered. Let me unfilter that. There you go. Elena is this altruistic young adult that struggles with basic socializing, but she has big growth. Oh, cool. All right. Svetimina, I think. Svetimina. Terrorists. News. Terrorists entered Svetimina Hospital and fired shots moments ago. The victims inside are still uncertain. When terrorists entered the building, they shot people outside. The authorities have already recognized the victims and informed their relatives. More about the event you can expect soon. Let me export this bad mamber jamber while we're sitting here, because I will forget. I forgot last time. Like, where's the file? Oh, it helps if you export it. That's a thing. The white Phoenix by Daniel Georgiev. There we go. 13 minutes and 5 seconds altogether for the intro and the first chapter. Not bad. Not bad. The E's are always like how you said, eh. Oh, okay. Got it. Hot there? Absolutely. It is very hot. Can you see me melting? Is that why? Yeah. It's cooking. And there's supposed to be like, we had like a brief like reprieve like a week or so ago. And now it's just going to like keep climbing. So I love when Elena gets Ristala and Elgardo later in the story. When they get, are those characters or names of weapons? These are wheels of time, basically. It's a world concept, and she has access to. Huh, okay. Yeah, I was getting like some kind of like time traveling thing or something was happening, or some kind of futuristic dream state or premonition, maybe, since it was looping a little bit there. Interesting story. All right, well, it wouldn't be Whiskey Wednesday without some whiskey. Again, if you want to get a little quick synopsis of the story, you can type in !book. And then if you want to learn about the author who is here in chat with us, you can type in author. And that's actually where you can look at the list of all of his books if you would like to pick up one. Or this one if you liked it. His very first self-published novel. Not bad, sir. She will manipulate time later better. Okay, so it is time manipulation. Oh my god, who's the author? Oh. I wonder. And that makes you were just saying that makes the 8th story we read of yours on Whiskey Wednesday. That is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed, sir. Oh, I almost dropped that right off the edge. That wouldn't have been good. All right, let's see. What do we have today? We have a whiskey product of USA. Ooh, that is B. So we're going through the sampler. And we have Uncle Nearest 1856 premium aged whiskey. It's a Tennessee whiskey, 50% ABV alcohol by volume. And what does that mean? It means you can get messed up for less money. I can't remember if that was, I need to look that up. That was either Saturday Night Live or Chappelle Show, one or the other. I need to look that up. I want to watch that skit again. Well, we got a pretty dark color out of it. So we might have some caramely type flavor. Let's see what the wheel says. I think your mom is taken off, I think. Alrighty, got to run. Great job, Justin. Great book, Daniel. Have a good night. You have a good night as well, your mom. Thanks for stopping by again. Main goal of some alcohol. Don't remember tonight. So, we are supposed to taste corn. Interesting. Clove. Followed by hay, apple, grassy notes, earthy, charred, nutmeg, and a big old caramel. So on our flavor wheel, we should taste a lot of caramel. Okay. I don't know about grassy and hay. That's not really a flavor I think I look forward to. I think the last time I had hay in my mouth, I got bucked off of a horse, and that wasn't a great experience. So let's not, hopefully that's not a repeat of this one. Now it does smell pretty darn good. It smells very sweet. So I think that caramel's definitely going to come through. And there's other like aromas in there too I can't quite pick out because the alcohol is kind of covering it up. Smells good though. Let's take a taste. What the heck? Sometimes I feel like the things you drink. Yeah, I know, right? Definitely sweetness, definitely caramel. That's for sure. Like strong in the aftertaste. That like almost like a burnt caramel taste actually. And maybe that's like the charred flavor that they're kind of referring to. As far as anything else on that list, I don't taste any of that. Apparently, there are 3 different things you're supposed to experience, or they say that you can experience with different alcohols, especially with whiskeys, bourbons, scotches. The first is the aroma. That's why I always smell it and see what it smells like. You get a lot of, I think, flavor from that as well. Then you get an initial taste, and then you get kind of how it finishes. And it can change over time, like as your different spirits, whatever they happen to be, especially with some scotches and bourbons, as they kind of air out and oxidize, you'll get different flavors. If you add a little bit of water to them, you can enhance certain flavors. Over an ice cube, it can kind of dull some of those flavors down, because as something gets colder, it's basically, you can taste a little bit less. Let me see here. Some of the things are like segments of a meteorite, honey, caramel, 1,300-year-old dust, and a piece of pharaoh bandage. Yeah, sometimes it's like what you're saying, like, especially like when it comes to like wines and things, you'll read like what you're supposed to taste, and like, the ever classic, like, peaches and rabbits bouncing in a field, and I don't ever taste the rabbits bouncing in the field. So like half of the stuff that they say on these like flavor wheels, I don't ever taste any of them. Like a couple of them I'll get, but I think too, as like you drink them more, you pick up on different flavors, and like I said, they change a little bit too as you kind of leave them out and sip on them and that kind of thing. So just checking in. What is this? Just checking in. What is this confection? Sounds delicious. It actually is pretty good. I like it. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. And the amount of like the abrasive like bourbon burn isn't really pronounced. It's called Uncle Nearest. It's 1856 premium aged whiskey. It's a Tennessee whiskey, and I got it in a big sampler pack back in the day, and we're going through that sampler one whiskey Wednesday episode at a time. It is pretty good. Would recommend. Thank you, Daniel Georgiev, for your shards of hope. I will use those shards of hope to hopefully stay awake. So I think after this I might stop in, because it'll be starting here on that narrator round table or roundup. And then I have one more short story to finish the editing on, and kind of wrapping up the final QC on that. And then our audiobook, our duet audiobook with Shay Strong from Crime and Compassion. It's the stories that were written by the female prisoners in Oklahoma. Crime and Compassion is kind of the nonprofit organization that goes into the prison, and they teach prisoners how to write. These female prisoners in Oklahoma happen to be the first class, and they put together a collection of stories. It's supposed to be horror themed, although I will say horror is the theme of a couple of them, and then a lot of them stray in other directions, I think. So there's a little bit of sci-fi in there. There's a little bit of like cozy thriller mystery, if you will, on one of them. It's a good like anthology, a good collection, and I really like what they're doing. They're going in and teaching the art of writing to these female prisoners. So it's awesome. The only downside is once the audiobook is complete, like they can't listen to it. Their families can listen to it though, which is amazing. But there's no way for them currently right now to listen to the audiobook. So yeah, trying to brainstorm like a way that they'd be able to listen to it. I'm not sure, but that one will be finished here soon. And when it comes out, I'll let you all know when that's up. Have you ever had Booker's Weller Antique 107, Noah's Mill, or E.H. Taylor Small Batch? I have had Booker's. I have heard of E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Weller, I think, is familiar, but I'm not sure what Antique 107 is in relation to that. Weller Antique 107, maybe? And Noah's Mill, no, I've not heard of that at all. I think I had, what was it? Was it Booker's Reserve recently, I want to say? And it was pretty darn good. Although now I'm going to have to like screenshot this and look all of these up. Although now I'm going to have to like screenshot this and look all of these up. When I did that too, didn't it? I'm back. It's glorious. What's glorious? I missed it. I'm going to send you a bottle for July 1st. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll just pick up one. What's funny is I looked up recently, like trying to send someone like a bottle. Like let's say I wanted to send somebody a bottle, right? Um, Most of the shipping services won't do it for you, and USPS won't do it unless you have a license to sell that particular liquor. Isn't that weird? Like you can send most things in the mail, but like you can't sell like you can't send hard alcohol in the mail. They're like, nope, not doing that. There's probably reasons that I'm not thinking about that you probably wouldn't want them to do that, but oh, that's right, because on July 1st we're going to be reading your short story. I'm excited for that, dude. I'm excited for that. Like I was saying in the email, like I like your writing, so I'm pumped for that. Got some of my favorites in the channel right now. Daniel Georgiev and Legends Reforged himself. So just pick one because not only will I give it to you, it'll become really part of the story. All right. There I was on a July morning. Right. Legends does everything for the story, I feel. Also, hi, Legends. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we read on a Whiskey Wednesday. I don't know if you're here for it, but we read his Heracles story, and it was good. It was so good. And then he's been teasing me with this Medusa story thing he's been working on. So I want to one of the you let me know. I'm reading it. You let me know. You missed it, Daniel Georgiev. No, I can't remember because that was a while ago. I'm trying to remember. Did we put that up on the tubes of you? There was like a period where I couldn't get that to work or I didn't know about it. There was definitely a period where I didn't know about it. And then there was a period where I got it to work once and then I couldn't get it to work again. So maybe it's up there. I'll have to go looking for it. I'll get to Medusa soon, although there's only one male POV. Interesting. There's something in that, though. Or would you say the chapter would have, or a chapter would have enough dialogue back and forth it could technically be done as like a duet or a duel? 4 female POVs. Look at that. Maybe we bring in a female presenting voice narrator and then have them narrate, and then I will drink whiskey while they narrate, and it will still be Whiskey Wednesday. I'm sure I could get somebody to go for it. Just kidding. But if the chapter is like has enough like dialogue back and forth, we might be able to get like a duet or a dual feel going for it. That might be pretty cool. We just did a duet with actually with Shay. Here a little bit back with Daniel Georgiev's story, Godwalker. If I remember, it was Godwalker, right? It was one of those, and that turned out pretty cool. And then Kim, who I don't think is in here right now, but Kim stops in here sometimes, and we did her story as a duel. That was the very first guest narrator we ever had on Whiskey Wednesday. So I'm always kind of looking for those. Oh, Snowbringer. You're right. Snowbringer is the one that we did the duet style on. But those are fun. Those are a lot of fun always. So I'm always looking for opportunities to do that too. So yeah, look through if something makes sense for that. Dude, that'd be cool. We should do that. And then I'll bring in a new special guest narrator. Wonder who that could be. I'm already like planning it. Oh, it filtered out your comment there, Daniel. And is it going to let me? There we go. You went from God to dad to retired in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's the one. Got it. I'll email you. Sick. Awesome. This is really good. It's like growing on me. I think it's as the alcohol kind of settles in and I don't taste that as much. I'm getting other flavors from it, which is typical of it. Typical of the bourbons, at least, that are on the stronger end of the ABV scale. Amanda! How's it going, Amanda? I saw you in here a little bit ago, and I said hi, but I don't know if you were still in here or not. Alrighty. Hello again. I might have to find a battery pack because I am below 20% power now. Ooh. Does it... It's filtered that comment out again. There we go. Here you I hit the wrong button. There we go. Does it taste as a piece of guitar pick made of meteorite? No. It's much more pleasant. Although I've never had meteorite, so maybe meteorite's great as well. I don't know. I stopped by, but then had to take a call. Oh, gotcha. Are you narrating more tonight? I am not. I think I'm going to stop in at the narrator's roundup, though. Because somebody came in and they're like, hey, remember, it's tonight. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to stop in there. See how the fellow narrators are doing. TikTok really hates me today. It's been filtering out weird stuff lately. Like stuff that's like not even close to like being remotely bad in any way. It's just been filtering it. So I don't know. Where's the narrator's roundup? It is on... Can we watch in a non-word way? Can we watch in a non-word way? Weird way. It's like in a non-word way. I mean, are you saying, can I watch but not talk? Yeah, I think. Non-weird. Yeah, I think so. You just follow me in there, and I'll share it out too. Glad you liked the drawing, bud. Happy you aced the White Phoenix. I'm going to collapse. Take care. Get some sleep. Daniel Georgiev at 4 a.m. in Belgium there. You are nuts. Thanks for stopping by. And one more time, if you'd like to pick up any of the books that Daniel Georgiev has written, we've done 8 now on Whiskey Wednesday of his. Type in !author, and you can figure out where his website is and stop in there. Your phone hates you. I know. My thumbs hate me. In a spicy way? Yes, in a spicy way. Yep. And auto-incorrect is always, the thing, right? Gotcha. Weird, but in a spicy way. Thank you, Daniel Georgiev. Have a good night. And thanks for contributing, being brave, and submitting your very first self-published book to us to read tonight on Whiskey Wednesday. It was good. I love the premise. And it's always good reading your work, sir. Anytime. All right. I think that does it for tonight. That's been Whiskey Wednesday. There will be no Whiskey Wednesday next Wednesday and the following Wednesday. So this is the last for this month. The next Whiskey Wednesday will be the following month because I have my son's 8th grade trip to D.C. to chaperone for. So I'll be out of town and can't do the Whiskey Wednesday. Be kind of challenging on the road, I think. So we'll be back next month with another Whiskey Wednesday. I will see you all then for sure. Have a great night, Justin. Hope you get some rest. I will after I edit my last story. Have a good night, Chef Sugar. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Thanks for all the gifts tonight, too. And I hope you enjoyed the read. Bye, legends. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.